Well, would you look at that? We're live.
We're live.
Hello, everybody out there in Streamland.
Streamland. Are you lost in Streamland?
No, if they're here, they're definitely lost, yes. So, we do have a lot in store for today's stream. We've got the ferry rescue operation.
Exactly.
We've got some comic book rumors, not necessarily news. Some news, okay, so some news. We got strange news about aliens, UFOs.
What?
Yeah, lots of stuff been going on with that the last 2 weeks.
Does that mean they're coming?
They're already here.
What?
So how's everybody doing? You having a good Wednesday?
Are you having a good Wednesday with more?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's just starting, but we've got stuff done already.
Yeah. Hello, below, howdy dowdy.
And how did you do?
Aliens got you 3 thunders.
And we have a spin to welcome 3 Thunders. Good to see you.
3 thunders. Listen, I was telling Wismore that how to say thunders in Romanian, which is fulgere, and 3 is trei, so you are trei fulgere. Ah.
Hey, we got the dance that I don't have set up.
Da dance, dance, dance. With my hands in my pants. No.
Oh. Always something I've forgotten.
That was from Courage the Cowardly Dog. That dog was amazing.
We'll do the fairy dance today. The first song of the day. Here we go.
Yay!
No sound.
So we were wiggling to nothing.
We're just being little worms.
We got the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Well, we sure can clip that and you can put whatever song you want.
There we go.
We were dancing to your musical presence.
Yes. Your fairy twinkles were reaching us over here.
You tingle us with your fairy twinkle.
Yes.
Fairy twinkie.
Appreciates the wiggle. Desktop audio. It's not even, it's not playing music. At least the mic is working.
Show us the fairy twinkie. No.
So it also means that the videos probably won't work. They probably won't have sound today.
Well, why?
Well, it's fine. We've only got like one with sound. And I can translate.
And even that is not that interesting.
You haven't even seen it.
He whipped his head around so fast. You should have seen it. Oh, I mean, you can see it.
Check the OBS audio device. Well, you can hear us though, right? Yeah, I guess you can because you're responding. Alright, let's see. Let's check this audio device.
Before Wismore will listen to this whole VOD, when it's over, and will tell me, I heard you the entire stream eating. Three Thunders, can you hear me crack, crunch, crunch, crack, chew?
Crunch, crack, chew. All right.
That's a new Pokemon, Crunch, Crack, Chew.
Okay, there we go. I think we got it working.
Three Thunders is a wizard. Wizard. I'm not sure.
No, you have the crunch closer to the mic.
Understood.
You have to crunch closer to the mic.
Understood, I will. Wismore said that I'm like that mean cat that crunches.
Yeah, I should have queued that up.
Right in your ear. That's better.
These are crab crunchies.
These are crouton snacks with crab flavor. I'm eating bread. Stale bread. I'm like a pigeon. Stale bread, boys. That's where it's at. We've been to Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
We went to Dollar Tree.
Nothing is $1.
Correct. Smallest you have, the cheapest is $1.25. It's $1.25 tree.
Is the 25 the tax?
No.
You have to put tax on top of that too?
Yep.
Oh my god. What a world.
So the reason we went to Dollar Tree was manyfold. But the reason I wanted to go was because I heard they were going to have these comics, special comics, for $1. Actually, $1.25. And I saw this on Twitter. There was even a post on Bleeding Cool. So this says Dollar General, but it was Dollar Tree. And Bleeding Cool ran with it from somebody who posted it on X. And what I really think it is just a wholesale or an overstock outlet who was selling some stuff in a specific Dollar Tree.
And they just brought their stuff over. It doesn't look official everywhere.
Yeah, so there was
we might just need to look in another.
There's nothing to be seen here. They had the old stuff from 2019, which was like Wonder Woman #1 and Batman #1 written for 3-year-olds.
Mm.
It was laid out like a kid's book. So it appears it is still just a rumor, has not been confirmed. But $1.25 would be amazing because most comic books are cheapest $3.99. Some of them go up to like $7.99, $9.99.
Mm. Even like the thin floppy ones?
Yeah, those are floppies.
Okay.
So I think the $9.91 ones would be like an annual that have more in them, but they're not a graphic novel.
Are they as thick as Vampirellas?
No. Like, instead of 28 pages, they're 62.
How much did you pay for my Jeff comic?
I think it was $4.99.
Wild.
Yeah, so it does make it hard to get a bunch of comics when they're all $5.
Do you want to do another story about going to this new comic shop?
Sure. See how it goes. See if it's story worthy because we haven't gone yet.
Okay. Everything is story worthy when I'm by your side.
So while we're still in comic book news and easing into the common content of the day.
Can I ask you about these comics in Dollar Tree? Is it bad for the image of the comics? Because, for example, in makeup world, when makeup brands end up in Dollar Trees for overstock,
yeah,
that means the brand is dead, and everybody considers it on the same level as trash, and God forbid you put it on your face. So that brand is dead, no matter if you can buy it at Sephora too, and at the dollar store. Nobody wants to touch that. Just it's a status thing.
No. Some people will wait for it to get to an outlet like Ollie's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually for like graphic novels and stuff. I don't think they do the floppy issues
Mm-hmm.
and the overstock places. But no. Even if they're not selling, they're not considered trash. Even if they are trash, if you still want them.
So dare I say women are shallow? Let's move on.
Let's say it's a different motivation for buying.
Well, nobody can see the brand of foundation you have on your face when it's just smeared on your face. You can sure flex about it. This is why women just carry that entire makeup pouch with them and get their makeup done in public. So you see that they use brands.
Oh. I've never witnessed that.
Yeah, because if nobody knows that you use brands, you can just slap on some peanut butter on your face and it'll be fine.
Okay. So there's this new anthology, comic book anthology coming out in January. Releases January 8th. Called Cruel Kingdom from Oni Press. Behold the bloody and barbarous age of wizards, knights, and dragons, as reimagined in the immutable EC manner. So EC, I think it was Eerie Comics is what it originally stood for. Not to be confused with the Eerie from
The comics.
Warren Publishing. But these are like old horror comics that they're alluding to, the EC manner. From the twisted minds that spawned epitaphs from the abyss and cruel universe, steel thyself for 40 pages of fatal fantasy and skullduggerous sorcery. For 40 pages. But it looks interesting. I'll be checking it out. Let me see if I can click on that image. There we go. There's the cover image. Alright, that is it for comic book news.
Up. How's the campaign going?
What campaign? D&D campaign?
No. Heavy metal.
Oh, heavy metal. I thought you were talking about Three Thunders D&D campaign.
Yeah, Three Thunders. How's your campaign going? Is it fun? Do you like it? Oh my god, look at that creature. So, I was sharing with Wismore this story about a were-turkey, and that looks exactly like the were-turkey. It's about a guy who's like a werewolf turkey, so he's half man, half turkey, and he has kids with this woman. He has babies.
So you saying this was a movie or a dream?
No, this is a video, a bad video that I showed you.
Oh.
It's a romance, like spicy book for women that are into were-turkeys. It's YA adult fiction.
How do you feel about were-turkeys?
Not my type. But a were-quail.
So they're at almost $500,000 on the heavy metal with 18 days to go.
Wow. We put a stop for the year last
We put a
night?
stop for the year last night. So going on Christmas break, holiday break, and will be continuing in January. Cool.
Are you guys ready for the holidays? For the Christmassy, for the New Year's? Who are you busting your hip with?
Did you just say whale?
No, I said were turkey and were quail. Were whale. I'll be.
But where whale sounds pretty cool.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Transforming in your living room.
And we never get to see them. Even when they pass, they revert to their form. Their normal whale form.
Can we do at some point an episode where we bring forward fiction that people don't get to hear about? Like, do you know where I shared with you those Bigfoot books?
Yeah?
Bigfoot romance?
Okay.
The Were Turkey. My boyfriend is a tax collector. There's such a romance.
Yeah, there's actually some dinosaur romances too.
Yeah.
So, our cyberpunk future has arrived.
I'm pretty sure in D&D they are orca people. They were were shits.
We're sharks.
Were sharks. Were shits.
Oh yeah,
In terms of glasses, I don't have many.
I'm putting on my glasses.
After I read were shits here.
Yeah,
glasses.
I don't want to make that same mistake. So they might have orcas. Where orcas.
I make my mistakes with a full heart. I don't care.
So this has actually happened in Moscow. Police detained a robotic dog that worked as a drug courier. It carried an advertisement for a store with illegal substances on the robot, very smart, and the substances themselves in the containers. After the cops arrived, the robot suddenly turned off all the signal lights and went into self-defense mode. At least it wasn't self-destruct mode.
So what's the self-defense mode?
Destroying internal information, including geodata of the route.
Mm-hmm.
So that is very cyberpunk.
Yeah. Soiling itself out of sheer But how come they figured out that as a dog? It could be a baby deer. Look at it.
Well, I think even if it was a baby deer with a illicit drug sign on it, they would stop the baby deer.
But you know that people who are into drugs like to get money for their drugs by selling stuff. And if you see a high-tech thing just like walking down the street, you're drawn to it to see if you can get it and sell it. So you get money. So this is the best thing that you can attract people, because like nobody that is sane would just like go towards a random dog drone.
Well, they did these delivery bots. It was either Seattle or something. I think it was Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And people on the street were messing with them, like dumping them over, stealing the food. So it has been a problem. Delivery bots. The Robo-Dog turned out to be a Robo-Mule, yeah.
Yeah.
Robo-Mule.
There are still battles to be won.
And we do have more talk about drones later today, so this does actually tie in a bit. All of these autonomous robots going, creating mayhem.
Mm-hmm. What shape of a robot would you go for if you wanted it to be undetected?
You know what? Nobody messes with snakes.
Right. You don't care what color it is, what stripe it has. Nobody even looks at them.
Yeah, it does make it hard to transport things, but
Ooh, or wasps. Nobody likes wasps.
true. Those are so small, can't transport either.
Have you seen those Chinese killer wasps?
Really that big?
They're bigger. Yeah.
That's like 4 inches.
4 mighty inches. Four inches can feel like a drum.
Oh, alright. So we're getting into the.
I got an idea that you can say a bunch of stuff until your stream partner self-destructs.
Yeah, I've gone into self-defense mode.
Kicking.
My brain is rotting. So we will be talking about our ferry rescue operation.
Oh my god, though.
That is our main content of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But first we have UFOs spotted over U.S. cities, major U.S. cities. This isn't rural, out in the woods, military, next to military base stuff. We got a video here. What?
That's Wismar's personal news.
There we go. There's the video. Yeah, we don't need the sound. Well, look at this. This is a combination of drones and fireworks
Why are the fireworks going down?
to make it look like Evangelion.
Okay, I get it, but I didn't think that's an option for them to go down.
I think it makes it easier.
So the fireworks don't come from the ground and towards that circle?
Right, they're released from the circle.
Oh, send that to a rural area and see the faith in the Bible skyrocket.
Well, that is crazy looking.
So hold on, go back up. So it's fireworks and drones and you can put any kind of music. What music would it fit over this?
I think they were playing the Evangelion theme song.
Angel attack. It really looks like this is what I imagine when they say a shower of stars.
Yeah.
This is what I imagine, not the twinkle here, twinkle there, I can barely see him.
So it was on December 3rd that I remember reading about there were going to be UFO sightings.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I don't think it was prophecy, but I think it was just like there's chatter, and it became a rumor that we're going to start seeing UFOs. This was December 3rd, and I didn't save anything. I didn't think anything about it.
Mhm.
But then on December 4th, all of these things started occurring. I started seeing them on my feed. And there was actually a Down Cruel Angels Thesis. Is that the name of the song? There was a drone that crashed in New Jersey. Lebanon, New Jersey?
Lebanon is in New Jersey.
Yeah, there is a Lebanon in New Jersey. Why isn't this showing? Oh, because I don't.
Like how there's Rome in Florida.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Rome, Georgia. But we have a St. Petersburg, Florida. So this is the crashed. Okay. The situation is very strange. One went down in Lebanon, New Jersey this evening, in or around a state park. According to an eyewitness I spoke to, watched it go down. It was quite large. At least the size of a small plane. You know, I don't know if it's like this in every state, but some of the parents that I knew when I was growing up actually built their own small aircraft. And I don't know like how licensing went with that or any kinds of like checks, but they were actually plane kits you could order
To build your own plane that would fly, or just
Yeah.
as a model?
No, to fly.
I don't want to like throw any shade on my dad, but I saw him build a wheelbarrow, and I wouldn't specifically trust a plane.
But yeah, it was actually several, so it was like a thing around here.
Have you ever seen them fly?
I only saw like pictures of stuff that they put together. I didn't see videos of them flying.
I think you really had to have the courage to fly.
Yeah, to pilot even a small plane, even if you didn't build it,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of nerve-wracking.
And I feel like if you are to build a small plane, it's really up to how confident you are that you actually follow the instructions to get in it and start to pilot it. Because we know how it goes when you need to follow instructions for furniture for IKEA, and people are like, we don't need these screws anyway.
Yeah.
Or if you're ended up with like a piece of metal and 2 screws at the end, and you're like, okay, let's fly it. I bought it, I built it, I might as well go through with it.
Local and New Jersey State Police were called and searched for it, and I got pictures of the helicopter. Okay, so this is just the helicopter. But this looks like... What's this down there? Maybe it'll tell us. Police were scrambling around the state park area and eventually told us to leave. I guess they don't want people stealing stuff. Like, just picking up things and
Or filming.
messing up evidence. Filming, sure. Updates were not given when asked if something was found. I fear something was found and a cover-up is in progress. I cannot prove that, but from the several locals I've spoken to, they feel the same. Let's look at this video. This sounds like a helicopter. Yeah, okay, so that's not the drone. Does it get weirder? Let's see. Yes, Evangelion's OST. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Alright, so this is Governor Phil Murphy spoken with White House officials about the very sophisticated drones over New Jersey. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. Okay, so that is something weird about these drones, is if they can sense people looking at them at night.
Yeah.
That is kind of supernatural.
But how can they sense it? Like,
Well-
weren't they built like that?
It could be that they have heat vision and they see people looking at them, and then they're like, okay, let's turn off our lights. So it doesn't have to be that it's some sort of weird sense that these drones have.
Okay, opinion. Why can't they start their flight with their lights turned off?
Good point. But I think they want to... No, I don't know. Do they want to be seen or do they want to hide?
They want to be seen, but then they want to gaslight you that you didn't see anything.
Oh,
Like fairies.
yeah. And there are some other reports that I read where this lady was in her house and the UAP stopped over her house and she had this feeling that it wanted to be seen, like this kind of emotional
The
thing,
lady?
just- yeah, that it wanted to be seen. And then when she started looking at it, it went dark.
So like a notice me senpai kind of thing?
Yeah, notice me, senpai drone.
Aren't cats like that too? They like completely lock their eyes on you, stare at you until you see them, and then they run.
Yeah.
Flipping you off.
Yeah.
Do you think fairies are like that?
I think some are. They all have different personalities. Alright, so the minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. This is something we take deadly serious. What is...
I don't know how many mayors sent a letter to you this morning.
Oh my god, that was so cute. He put on chapstick. Rewind. I wanna see.
Stop the music.
I wanna lay over this blush thing on his cheeks, like the anime blush and the anime flower border and stuff while he's putting on his chapstick before the interview. That'll be super cute.
The drones in New Jersey, in Morris County, 20. I don't
We
know
need
how
more
many
chapstick
mayors
politicians.
sent a letter to you this morning, asking for a clarification. What can you tell us? What is going on, and why is it taking so long to come up with an explanation?
Yeah, it's a good. I don't blame people for being frustrated.
So the interviewer is saying, what is going on? Tell us. And then this guy says, yeah, good question.
Let me say, most importantly, right up front, we see no evidence, and I say we. This includes Homeland Security, FBI, Secret Service, our state police, authorities at all levels of government.
I feel like every time somebody says good question, they just don't know how to answer it.
Yeah, it's like a stalling. Let me think for a second.
Yeah.
I've used that.
You did? Oh, no, yeah, you during the interview. What else can you say when you're thinking? Hold on, I know from here.
You know, that's interesting.
Okay.
That gives you a few more moments to formulate something.
Important point to say is we don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that
we have no concern for public safety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from.
That's when
and
you know
why
you
they're
need to be concerned.
Yeah.
doing what they're doing. We had last night.
We have no
40
concern for public safety usually means we don't care what happens to you anyway. There are so many things that can happen to you. We haven't even thought of all of them, all the possibilities. So brace yourselves.
But whatever you do, don't panic.
Yeah, what's up with the don't panic? Like, I wasn't thinking about it, but now that you mention it, that would be an option.
Don't do it.
69 sightings. I think 20 of them were over
69
100.
sightings?
Now those include, I think
That's
I
an
saw
oddly
one
horny number.
Worthy of rewinding it.
night, 49
Oh,
sightings.
49
I
sightings.
think 20 of them were
I guess I'm the horny one.
over 100. Now those include, I think I saw one, mistaken a fixed wing aircraft, a plane, a small Piper Cub, for instance, for a drone, or you saw one and that counts, and then I saw the same one and that counts. So we think these are overstated, but it's a non-zero number.
Does that lady
I
really
was
want to
on
be
with
in
the
the
White
view?
House and Homeland Security leadership, literally at the very top yesterday.
She's the
pretty
one
much
holding
all
her his
day.
chapstick.
I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner than later. I would just ask folks to continue to let the FBI or their local law enforcement know when they see something, and we'll continue to do everything we can with our federal partners to get clearer answers.
So he's pretty much saying, we're working with everybody. We have no idea. They're not telling us anything.
So hard to get answers.
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. And, you know, we're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure. So we've got military assets.
Yeah, so the thing is, they don't know who's piloting them, at least currently. So they don't know if it's private business. They don't know if it's foreign. They don't know if it's from outer space.
Can
They
I
don't
just-
know if it's from another dimension.
Ooh, can I just have my hateful moment?
No.
Okay. So they were able to precisely figure out where Peanut the squirrel was, but they have no idea who's piloting these drones. Think about it.
The Peanut, the squirrel rescue was late.
That was for Peanut! And we're looking for Pinato. Pinato
Facility
son.
assets. We've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. We've gotten good cooperation out of the feds, but we need more, and that was my
Okay, yeah.
You really did your citizen duties. When I ask, hey, can I be hateful? You're like, no.
That wasn't even hateful.
Whatever. But you said no, as in like, you tried to stop. You didn't try hard, but you tried.
Now, for the opposite of faithful, we are getting into our fairy rescue project.
Opposite of faithful?
Hateful.
You said faithful. Rewind.
Thank you for the correction. All right, so let me move over a little bit. There we go. So this is a picture of a shrimp plant in our backyard. And I was taking a picture of it because my mom gave it to me in a pot a few years ago.
And now it's taking over the garden like an alien.
Yeah, now the shrimps are taking over.
The plant has shrimpeth.
Yeah. And then I showed Wisteria the picture and she's like, "Oh my goodness, do you see that?
Do you see what I see?
It's right next to my rose tattoo. It's a little dot. I will zoom in for you."
Look at this hole.
There's the zoom in.
You're looking right at it.
So it's got this aura around it, little rainbow aura around it.
And let's quickly debunk. There's nothing behind the leaves that is just black, because you can still see the leaves, and it's almost like you can see it through like a eye of a portal. Everything is blurry and like a I don't know how to describe it, but it's like you touch the surface of the water and it does ripples in its reality, and you can just put your fingers through there and get sucked in.
And also, I didn't remember this until Wisteria pointed it out today, that this was immediately before we started our fairy rescue project.
Yeah, so this was the morning of, and after we'd taken the picture, we noticed, we were like, oh my god, Pikachu face. We
Yeah,
went,
exactly. Pikachu face with the emotes.
yeah, Pikachu. We went to a nursery, a plant nursery. Rat-size portal
For sure.
for rat-size fairies.
But yeah, it is a perfect size for a fairy to be sitting on this leaf right here.
And after that, we went to the plant nursery and we found all of these milkweeds that didn't even have leaves. So thank God that they had like a label that they were milkweeds, because I couldn't have recognized them. And they were full of fat caterpillars, and they had cocoons on them too. So I'm like, oh my god, these are butterflies, these are not worms. And we actually saw butterflies that just hatched on the side of the pots, so we saw that they are monarch butterflies, the orange kind.
Yeah, because they're on the milkweed. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but there also was one on the pot.
Yeah, so we saw them in all the stages. The worm, the chrysalis, the cocoon, and then the final countdown. No, the butterfly.
Yeah, and I have a video to show of one of our caterpillars, Katie Pillow.
Katie Pillow. Look at Katie Pillow.
Oh, I grabbed the video without the anime music. Imagine cute anime music with this, guys.
Yeah.
Even better. Thank you.
Yeah, well, anytime.
So why did we decide to get these? Because we were there for basil and other herbs.
Well, they had a bunch of sales and they were super duper cheap. And then we picked up the plant that had the most cocoons on them. And we said, just for like good measure, I wanted to see them transform. So we picked up some worms from other plants, just gathered them all onto 2 milkweeds, I think.
Yeah.
And we brought them home just for giggles. I don't know. We didn't really think that we were doing much by. We thought that we were sneaky, and I thought that the guy at the checkout would see that we're trying to steal some butterflies.
Well, he didn't mention anything until our second visit.
Yeah. So I was trying to be like, you don't see this plant, and you don't even care. Let me pay and just leave.
Yeah, so we brought them home, and there was a bunch of caterpillars. There was actually just 4 caterpillars, I think.
Yeah, 4.
And then Wisteria was getting all worried that they wouldn't have anything to eat because this plant was bare and they were nibbling on the
Yeah, on the stems, but I read that they exclusively eat the leaves and the stems not so much, but even Katie Pillow started to eat the stems because she was hungry. I could hear her grumbling. She wasn't grumbling, but I was dramatic and I dragged Wismore to Walmart to check for
we went to
milkweed.
Walmart, we went to another hardware nursery place.
Yeah, we looked online. We were almost ready to drive 2 hours away. And after that, Wismore's mom heard about the butterflies and she was like, oh my god, butterflies, I want some too. And then I was
Yeah,
really
okay.
hopeful. What?
Yeah, so let me tell the story about Mom.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, I remember this story, and she told it again. That she had this butterfly chrysalis on a chair out on the patio that you could see from inside through like this glass door. And she really wanted to see it turn into a butterfly. So when it was looking like it was going to change, she picked up the chair and took it with her all throughout the yard as she was doing her gardening.
So she was basically babysitting the chair.
Yeah, moving it with her so she wouldn't miss it until something called her inside for like a minute or two. And then when she came back out, it had already flown off.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give her the opportunity to really see the butterfly emerge from the chrysalis. And we got this opportunity because we had 4 chrysalis, or 4. I think we had 2 chrysalis on a plant and then like 4 caterpillars.
When we gifted it to her?
No. When we started off.
Oh, we started off. Yeah, we started with 2 chrysalis and 4 caterpillars.
Yeah, and then this is what starts the full fairy rescue operation. We went from 2 plants to, what is this, 5
plants.
plus flowers, which was like 8 plants.
Yeah. Oh, well, it was quite the journey. But, you know, I'm thinking, from your mom's story, she said that she was so upset over the fact that she didn't see the butterfly emerge. But, she said that she didn't even see the cocoon left behind. How
Yeah.
transparent it is and stuff. And now I'm thinking, ours has left the cocoon behind, but hers didn't. What if it didn't hatch and
If it just
fly?
fell off.
No, what if it was eaten by a lizard?
Wow.
Because that's the only time where lizards and plants can really eat them.
Yeah, and they really, we've discovered they don't just fly off.
Yeah, they stay there for like 3 days to dry, so they can't just fly off. And if she didn't find the cocoon, we are figuring that it might have been eaten for those 2 minutes that she wasn't there.
Yeah, that actually makes more sense. Story takes a dark turn.
Your mom will be into the story tomorrow.
You can see all these caterpillars that we have on this plant.
Can I?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. Why did we have to tie some of these?
Because we weren't about to take all of these plants. So you notice how we had these plants, they were just stems, and we took these from the bottom, like they were laying on the ground on other plants. So we
Right.
just decided to pick them up because this operation that got out of hand just got out of hand because we returned to that nursery place to pick up one more milkweed that had cocoons on it for Wismer's mom. And as I was looking around, I picked up two more worms that were there. And I was trying to see, they had this sign with a bunch of plants on it. And one of them said milkweed. But there were a bunch of plants with flowers.
So we went back.
We went back, yeah.
Why did we go back?
I just said to get your mom a plant.
Okay.
Wismer's
So
not keeping-
so that they could actually feed too.
No. To get your mom her own set of butterflies.
Oh, and we were just gonna get like the sticks.
The sticks with chrysalis, and we were gonna get two flowers for them to feed.
Yeah.
So then when I was looking around and picking all the worms that I saw, I was thinking that maybe we can find another type of milkweed, because there are a bunch. And I went to this guy and asked him, and he said, no, miss, all these worms ate my leaves. He was Mexican. I don't know how to make a Mexican accent. He was really entertaining to listen to. But apparently, from all the people that I interact with, Mexicans and Asians understand my accent the most. I understand with them. I don't need to repeat myself. We just get each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is when he spotted us moving caterpillars onto plants that we wanted to buy.
He literally didn't care, but he asked me, what do you need these for? And I said, we are raising butterflies and the caterpillars need to eat. So I need leaves, any kind that is in the milkweed family. And he said, I might have some here. He led us to this milkweed that was sprouting from the ground between two pavement
Yeah, it was like growing out of the
Pieces.
cracks of pavement.
yeah, and it was extremely brown, and it had a million caterpillars that are fat and ready to cocoon on there, but they were so hungry. So I picked them all up in a dish. I think there were like 8.
Well, there was more. We only took 8. There's
We-
probably 20 on that one plant.
We took all of them. Yeah. We took every single caterpillar on that dead plant.
Okay. So
You only picked up 5 and I picked the rest.
okay, yeah. Yeah, so we did end up with 18 altogether.
Yeah.
And the guy said that he was going to spray them
Yeah.
otherwise. And this is late in the season. So no other stores, this is why no other stores had the milkweed.
Mm-hmm.
It's late in the season. Any sort of butterfly that is coming out of chrysalis has already done it, has already migrated,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason these were still there.
Yeah. They were they can live without the leaves quite a bit. So they were just stuck on the stems, didn't have anything to eat. And he led me to this like plot of land that he was growing his usual nursery plants, and these were growing on the side just like weeds. And he didn't pull out, and then he literally yanked them out of the ground for us. They were those 2 tall plants that you see there in the picture, and he handed it to Wismore all like covered in mud and with their roots out, and said, you have them, please.
Yeah. And he gave them to us for free. I asked him, how much do you want for these? He's like, no.
No, thank you, take your weeds and go.
Yeah, and we didn't even get a pot for him. He just handed them bare root to us.
Yeah, he was so done. When I was talking to him at the counter, he said that he's so done with these caterpillars. He's afraid that they're gonna like reach other plants and eat everything. And I said, no, they don't eat anything else. And he said, well, do you want them? And I said, like all of them? And he said, whatever you want. And I said, hell yeah. So I picked everyone that was wiggling and that I could in a tissue, and Wismar took the plants and we took some flowers and we left.
Yeah. And it was also going to be cold.
Yeah.
And these things don't really like the cold.
Mm-hmm. That was supposed to be the first night where it was really getting cold. And that's the night that we brought them in.
Yeah, so this is where the ferry rescue operation comes in, is because these things were going to face a number of
Challenges. The
challenges.
cold,
Yes, future
the
life challenges.
pesticides, the Mexicans, not the Mexicans, the Mexicans were okay.
As long as they didn't spray them.
The spraying Mexicans.
So yes, everyone that we grabbed is a rescue.
Yeah. And we are hiding them in the bathroom, if you're wondering where we have them. Because the bathroom is small and manageable, and while they were in their caterpillar stage, they were climbing all over the walls and on the ground and on the tub and on the side of the toilet, like everywhere. And they were acting like toddlers too. They didn't want to be staying put, so you had to
and
pick
they were
them up.
nipping at each other.
Yeah, they were nipping at each other's butt. They were fighting, and you had to like separate them too. And they would like charge at each other, slow, mind you, very slow, but they would charge at each other. It would take them a full 2 minutes until they met again. So I really got attached to them, and I discovered new ways of producing serotonin by touching them. So they have this velvety texture. It's like when you're touching cat paws, but just like the pillows
Yeah, the cat beans.
and the beans. Yeah. So when you are picking them up, they are a bit soft and squishy. And at first I thought I would not like them because I don't like worms, but I couldn't just ask Wismore all the time to come pick them up. So I started picking them up, and every time I would put them down, I would get this wave of like, wow, this is like a drug. I need more. So I would pick them up more, and I don't know if they were like injecting anything into me or not, but they were making me so happy because they were acting like toddlers.
I think the moths, caterpillars, are the ones that have the stinging nettles on their backs,
Right.
but these are safe.
Yeah, these are safe. You can cuddle them. I did drop some.
Yeah.
They're quite resistant. They're bouncy. They're not harmed. I bet they didn't like to be dropped, but it was out of accident, so some might have some brain development issues. What? We love them nonetheless. What?
Yes, true.
Might not go to college, but they'll be fine. Can be tradesmen.
So we did hand off 12
12
to
creatures.
12 to the mother.
Okay, to Wismar's mom.
Yeah. And got her set up with her own safe butterfly nets around the plants.
We made their entire habitat and everything with the plants and everything. And on our way there in the car, we had to stop at some point at the florist. And I said, let's check on them. And Wismar said, they're gonna be fine, please. And I just opened the trunk and I saw the butterfly hatching. And I'm like, buddy, no, we have like 10 minutes of driving until we reach mom's. Can you like hold off? But he was hatching. He was really hatching.
Yeah, and the car was bumping around.
Yeah, so it was a bumpy hatching ride.
Yeah, so this is the butterfly that birthed in the car. Uh-oh.
Something happened. I glitched.
But yes, it was colder there. It's a bit of a drive to there. And they can't stay outside because,
But they can't stay outside here either.
yeah, they'd freeze. But warm weather is coming and we'll be able to release them.
Hell yeah.
So for now, they're staying warm inside while the rest of them hatch from the chrysalis. And I was babysitting this one while their habitat was being set up. The parents.
When we got out of the car and we had to move the plants that they were sitting on, they were having none of it, so I had them on my finger and they were climbing all over my arm, and I just had to like deal with it and keep them there because they didn't want to be put down.
Yeah, they probably enjoy the warmth.
I am
Or-
warm.
Maybe they remember your smell from caterpillar phase.
Wait, there were still caterpillars.
Oh, right.
And you found a really interesting. Was it like a documentary that was saying that caterpillars remember certain sounds or smells, or what was it?
Yeah, so I should have included that today, but so the test was they would release a smell
Mm-hmm.
at the same time as introducing like a minor electric shock,
Mm-hmm.
and after while they're caterpillars, and then after they changed, they would give them the smell again,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would react like they had been shocked.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they know that even through a complete metamorphosis, they retain some sort of memory.
Mm-hmm. And that's how I realized that they will remember that I called them pesky. In other words, I called them names because they were annoying me.
And this was our first home birthed butterfly here.
Yep. And in the morning, I was minding my own business, and then this butterfly, majestic and beautiful, just opened its wings and it was slowly flapping them. And I saw it started to pee.
Right.
Yeah, and it's peeing this orange liquid, and for like 3 seconds straight, just like a stream. And I'm like, what are you doing? Jesus Christ. And that's when I walked into Wismore's room and I said, listen, we need an eviction notice. Somebody peed in the bathroom and is not in the toilet. Yeah. So we evicted him for like an hour and a half. And then we felt bad, and I looked up what that was, and it's apparently like their first few stages of butterfly life where they get rid of a bunch of moisture and stuff, so they can be not as heavy and fly, and that helps them replenish their electrolytes and stuff. So that liquid is important, and it's not pee, and it's mostly water. So we went back to the garden at the fairy circle that you just saw in the shrimp plant, and we brought him back in.
Yeah. And he's being a good pet. You can hold him, he won't fly off. Well, he does fly off sometimes.
Sometimes, but not far away and not like frantically, and he does usually want to climb on your hand rather than the flower.
Yeah. These are very tame butterflies.
Because the caterpillars were too.
And I think we have 2 females and 1 male so far.
I'm not sure. Might be.
The way you can tell,
Is by looking at their pee-pee. No.
no. Is so the males have thinner veins, black veins, and these black spots at the bottom of their wings,
Yeah.
and the female have much thicker veins.
And they are more colorful and a tad bigger. The females.
Yeah.
Because they need to be hot. Can you go on Perplexity? I have a question. No, on stream. It's a good question, I swear. Okay. Right? Do butterflies have peepees? And if they do, can you show me? I wanna know, please. Please. With more. It's an educational question.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the comic.
I feel censored. It's not even giving me the time of day, please. Give me some attention. Do you think I do this for nothing? Beautiful. Can you even remember how it was very vibrant when it came out of the chrysalis, but then it got more vibrant as time went
Yeah,
on?
it was like kind of like watching color changing ink on paper. It's really cool.
Yeah, and something really cool about them is that when they are caterpillars, they have stripes, and when they're butterflies, they have dots. And I don't know why, but it is the way it is. And when they're in their chrysalis form, they have rings at the top.
Yeah, with these gold kind of jewel
Yeah.
spots
It's
on
a
the ring.
polka dot butterfly.
Let's see if I can zoom in on one.
Do you want me to send you an image?
Mm,
I have good images of them.
this might be good. Baseboards. Alright, so this would be where the gold dots are.
I have a good picture of the gold thing. Did you want it?
Okay. Well, no, that would be too hard to pull it up on stream.
No, it's not. You get it from Discord.
I know. And I got you on Discord.
Trying my best to improve your streams more. Meest more. So do you feel good about the fact that you rescued butterflies?
Yeah. It's been a fun process. I've never seen the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
but now that we've had so many, I've watched several caterpillars turn into chrysalis.
We even watched it turn, like the caterpillar starts wiggling and everything, and it just transforms into this green blob.
Yeah. And then also seeing them come out of the
I think I
chrysalis.
sent to you.
And so next year, or even spring, you'll know exactly what to expect from all of them.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna plant them in the yard after they all hatch.
But I have to say, now that it's been, what, like a week since all the caterpillars turned, the plants do really get some breathing room, and they started to put out leaves again.
Yeah.
So it's not dead. I sent it to Discord.
Did you get all these?
Not really, like the last one, the butterfly too.
There, you can see the jewels better here.
Jewels. It's a ring of jewels, and it has 2 dots at the bottom. And apparently those 2 dots are all his little like the lower dots are his front paws, legs of the caterpillar. The things that they would grab onto you. I looked it up.
Okay.
They are the tip of their paws. And because even if you look on their tummy, you see individually all the paws, and each and every one of them has 2 hooks, and those hooks form that ring.
Yeah, it is really cool and disgusting to see them shed their skin like a sock
Yeah. Why, when they transform in a butterfly?
when they transform into a chrysalis.
Oh yeah, yeah. The most disgusting part is when they turn fully green, shed their skin, and start wiggling around until they find their best position in the chrysalis, and then It just looks like the birth of an alien. But then they look like these beautiful, in the wild, Wismore green jewels.
Yeah, this one's still Whitmore green.
Do you like that color?
I do.
This is why it's Wismore green.
It's the same color as my eyes.
Beautiful eyes. Beautiful.
See?
It's the same color as my audacity. See? See?
Yeah, so this one is definitely a female.
Buddy.
There's no black dots, thick veins.
Thick thighs.
Which one? This was the second one, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
maybe
this
it's
is the
okay.
second. And this morning, I was minding my own business. Nothing was happening. A chrysalis was black, and then maybe like 10 minutes later, Wismore was in the bathroom and it hatched. And I'm like, oh, I missed that.
Yep, I got to see the hatch.
Huckleberry hatch.
Alright. I think that was our ferry rescue operation. It's still ongoing.
Ongoing.
Haven't been released yet. What do you think about the whole experience?
Well, we saved some souls that didn't know they needed to be saved. And I just have to say, the whole image of that extremely dead plant growing out of concrete, with all of those stranded caterpillars on the plant, was really comical because they just really looked like they were in a stick desert. And then how this guy pulled two huge plants out of the ground that were full of leaves and flowers, and they were in the car, so all these caterpillars were actually in a tissue at the bottom of a pot, and they could see the leaves, and they were like, oh, we haven't had a good meal in a while. Bonk.
There we go. Bot bonked.
Okay. So can you imagine you're in the trunk and you haven't eaten in a while and you see your favorite meal next to you while you are in a tissue? That sounds post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to do this originally with the comic book news, but there is a new manga out that there's a lot of drama surrounding. And I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
Drama queen.
Drama Queen. You can read it for free on Manga Plus. It's brand new, like it just came out with the first chapter, and there were even false rumors going about that it was going to be canceled because they wanted it to be canceled.
Even before launch, or is this old and people just found it now? Or how can you cancel
I
it?
think
when
it
it's so new?
released on December 3rd, and these are weekly chapters, so
Right.
chapter 2 is now out. It has not been canceled.
I feel like people going out of their way wanting to cancel your comic while you're not even in chapter 2 means you're getting attention, some sort of attention, any kind of attention.
Yeah, and it's very rare for something like this to blow up with a chapter 1. Like, barely anybody talks about chapter 1s of anything. And then this just exploded.
But soon we're gonna talk about our chapter 1,
Yeah.
and it will blow up and people will try to cancel us now.
Alright.
Stop it.
So where does all the hate come from? It's because of aliens. And this main protagonist here, she eats aliens and talks about how much she hates aliens.
Are the aliens those blobs?
Yeah, they're all these blobs. And the aliens, you know, they aren't necessarily mistreating, but they're just kind of apathetic and they treat humans like lesser beings.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not sympathetic characters in the story.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason why everybody's jumped to this being a racist manga is just because of the stuff that has been going on in Japan recently with Johnny Somali and
Mm-hmm.
TikTokers.
Wasn't he in Korea?
Yeah, he was in Korea where he got put in jail.
He was put in jail?
Yeah.
Oh? For what?
I don't know the exact charges,
Mm-hmm.
but he is in jail. They captured him from the embassy when he walked out. So my own take after reading through this is that it's actually more about colonialization, and it actually seems to fit the post-World War II with the Americans moving in and giving them all these technologies, and they weren't necessarily treated as with the full respect.
They deserve.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is more about colonization than it is about immigration. But I do think it's interesting just because it is something that actually sparks a conversation. And I don't think many comics or manga really spark conversations like this,
Yeah.
especially right off the bat.
I mean, I want to say that a lot of manga is just very regular, but this has approached a topic that people just are not currently agreeing with. If that makes sense. Like, nobody
Well,
wants to talk about it.
I think there's also a lot of knee-jerk reactions. Like they're looking for things to be upset about to get views on social media too.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll see things that they don't like
But
anywhere they look.
I don't find it that upsetting. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, I get why you would want to be upset, but it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of like that meme that it says, it was never that serious. What do you think of the art style?
I think it's good. It's above serviceable.
I heard the word serviceable from Westmore so many times in the past few months.
Talking about art, yeah.
Art and stuff in general, it's serviceable.
But it's nice and clean.
This is a new word to learn for anybody who will attend a family gathering soon and they don't know what to say. It's serviceable. How's that green bean casserole that you hate? Serviceable. This is very apocalyptic. My paychecks are abysmal. I miss eating good. How many years has it been since I ate meat? This is what happens. You stop eating meat, you stop being happy.
Well, did you have any other thoughts about this manga?
Well, this is the first time that I'm actually seeing the style and everything, and this is not what I expected when you said aliens. They look like poops with an elephant trunk.
Oh yeah, and this guy like inhales a coolant. I think they use it as drugs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that lady that... What did she sniff? That was spray? Was it some
no,
like
she
Blade
was
plugins or something?
no, she was eating
Oh yeah,
air
she was spraying it on her
freshener.
tongue.
Yeah, no, paint,
No, it was an air freshener.
air
on her tongue.
freshener,
Yeah,
and there was another one that was sniffing gasoline.
yeah, that was different. She had it in bottles, but this is where she would spray it on her tongue, and she'd curdle her tongue to make sure she got a scoop of it.
That's so weird.
Okay, well I think we covered
You know,
everything.
a lot of people complain about. Have you ever had Turkish delight?
Yeah.
They're the rose flavors and stuff, and a bit more floral fruits like pomegranate. People say, "Ew, it tastes like soap. I don't want to be eating perfume." Meanwhile, that lady was just chugging perfume. Different people have different tastes. But anything rose scented is trash. Debate me.
So next week, we want to play Marvel Rivals on stream.
Yeah,
Wisteria is actually going to play Marvel Rivals.
with us. And she's not gonna yawn through the game.
Yes.
This is actually interesting, and I'm not gonna be moaning and groaning about it.
It's because you get to play Jeff the Shark.
Maybe.
So we did some AI games versus AI to get a feel for it, and she seemed to enjoy it.
And the feel was that I suck at it, but I had fun.
Yeah, it takes time to get practice and better.
So I have a message for everybody today. If you can, and if you are being called to it, go out in the world and save some fairies.
I should have ended the stream right after that.
Stop it. Get you out in the wild.
Well, yeah, thanks everybody for coming. We appreciate the hangout time with you, and we'll be back next week. Until then.
Catch you out in the wild.